Tesla has officially unveiled the new 2025 Model Y in the States. But something isn't right about this new Model Y and also Teslas in general in the year 2025. So in this video, I'm going to share some things that other automotive creators won't tell you. My name is John with Blackbird Productions, and thank you for joining me for this emergency impromptu video. I normally don't do these, and you could see like my setting is just completely different, but this is just a quick little emergency video that I wanted to put together to inform you guys, since there are a lot of Tesla fans that are subscribed to this channel. But I literally wrote this script this morning, so bear with me here. But if you're new to the channel, I make videos similar to this every week, just talking about what's on my mind in terms of just automotive news. And I also make other content centered around cars. So if you're into this kind of stuff, leave a like on the video and also consider subscribing if you like cars as much as I do. So super quick, before we get into the video, two quick disclaimers. The first thing is I'm not an expert on economic trade or policy, but it's something that we might dabble in on this video today. I also don't consider myself a political channel. So most of the things I have to say in this video are just based on my own opinions, experiences, and my personal beliefs. The second thing is I'll attempt to make this video not necessarily negative, because I know there's like a lot of negative videos out there just bashing Tesla in general. But if it does get a little heated, think of that as just my passion just for cars in general coming out, because I am generally passionate about what I do here on YouTube, and I'm also passionate about cars, especially Teslas. I think they're really cool cars. So with that, let's talk about the first thing that I wanted to address in this video. And it's the fact that I feel like a lot of, especially like larger automotive creators, they get invited to events and they basically prop up the car as part of some big marketing campaign. And a lot of them don't really tell you a lot of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And I feel like Tesla in general, just, I guess you could say with Elon Musk just being very, very close to President Trump and just that whole thing, it kind of makes a lot of different conflicts of interest, not with just Tesla, but with other things that he owns and has value in. So this leads me to just the price increases and also the tariffs that the US is putting on other countries, specifically Canada, because that was the first one I heard. I look at Reddit every now and again. I try not to get on Reddit that much just because there's always just negative things on there, and I try to just surround myself with just more positive things. But one day I went over to Reddit, and actually on the Canada subreddit, r/Canada, it said that the prices for all the Teslas are actually going to be increasing to up to $9,000 in the country of Canada, which is just insane to me. It's almost like they're walking back on just EV adoption in general, which, I mean, that was kind of part of Trump's agenda anyway, but I didn't think it would just roll out this quickly and this radically, And I don't know how to feel about it, because it's just a lot to take in all at once. And in the article, and I'll just leave a source to that article below, it even said that it's going to happen like next week, basically, or not next week, but the following week technically, but it's going to happen starting on February 1st. And I'm just thinking, so we have that. And then we also have the EV tax credits that eventually will go away. Trump has already announced that that is going to be going away, which part of me is okay with that. And part of me is not. Just because I just don't know what the used market will be like for EVs, because demand in general just really isn't strong already. So that, I feel like, just kind of puts a nail on the coffin, so to speak. So again, I just don't really know how to feel about that. And I probably won't have any real opinion about it until it actually happens and impact starts to roll out as a result of those plans that Trump has. So in terms of the Model Y, let's talk about that. I think the design is interesting. If you haven't already, I actually made a video about that. Just a quick first impression sort of thing. They initially released it in China, so the footage I actually put in that video is actually from the Chinese version of the website, but now you could actually view it on the US website, and it has a lot of the same things. But anyway, if you're interested in just a deep dive into the design and the options and things like that, I actually made a video about that, and you can view it in a card somewhere above here. You can view that after watching this video, obviously. But anyway, in terms of the Model Y, I think it's really cool. However, I just don't think the price that they're asking for is justifiable, at least in all of the non-US markets, because we're talking about a sub 70 grand car in the country of Canada for a Model Y, which is just truly insane to me. And you could say, like, they made some really great changes, and they also didn't really change a whole lot. The car has pretty much about the same range. So just in terms of functionality and practicality, the car is inside out about the same as the outgoing Model 3. The only thing they really changed was really just like aesthetic things, which, I mean, it needed to be changed just because, I mean, this is a refresh. So it's not like a remodel, rebadge or anything like that. So I guess you could expect those types of things with this, but I mean, for the price that they're asking for, I just don't think it's worth it. And again, if you combine that and the lack of EV credits that are ultimately coming down the line, then I just don't think this is going to be a big hit for a lot of people. But if you are in the market for a new Model Y and price just isn't really something that you're worried about, for budget purposes, what I would do is I would actually budget in the car without any of the tax incentives or gas savings. I feel like I've said this before, just speccing these Teslas in general, just because, I mean, you just never know when this stuff will go away, like the incentives and all that kind of stuff. So I like to budget in that. And then I also like to include the taxes and fees. And there's a box that you can tick. I'm not sure if it's on the new Model Y page yet, but I know with all of the other Teslas, you can do that and it'll calculate all the taxes for you in your respective region. So the last thing I wanted to just touch on is just my opinion about the Model Y, just this being the newest Tesla. I think that honestly, I would not buy one. I would wait for a promotion of some sort. And I say promotion loosely just because it seems like you're not really gaining a whole lot in terms of value with this particular car that Tesla has released. And on top of that, the price is obviously higher than the outgoing model. If I wanted a Tesla right now, I would buy one used all day long. You could find these for $37,000, $20K on the used market. And when I say used, I'm talking about slightly used. Like I'm talking about 10K and under in terms of miles. These things depreciate like so quickly, and they definitely will be depreciating much steeply as the new Model Y rolls out and gets into customer hands. So if you're one of those folks, that's what I would do. So ultimately, I just wanted to put out this video to share my thoughts about this. Just because I feel like, again, like a lot of automotive YouTube channels that are bigger than mine, obviously, they get invited to these events and they do coverage on the car, but they don't really talk about sort of the geopolitics and all this kind of stuff that's surrounding the brand in general that could potentially impact consumers like you and I. So I thought making a video like this would provide some information around that. But you can let me know in the comments below if you thought this information was helpful. I tried to tailor it, you could say, sort of non-biased, just because I know our political climate is very sensitive right now. So I appreciate it if I kept your engagement for this long throughout the video. So this has been John with Blackbird Productions. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.